Hey guys, it's been a while since I shot a video, but man, I love sports and I'm all about watching some good basketball or some good football, whatever I can. But right now, the NBA season's out. We already have our champ. Shout out to the Boston Celtics again. NFL season's right around the corner. But at this moment, we don't have that. So guess what I'm watching? I'm watching the Big Three. Now, guys, I don't know if you ever watched the Big Three. Big Three is very entertaining. It's a league that I know my man Ice Cube has started, and it's very entertaining. I've been watching it the past couple weeks. I didn't get to see it uh, the first week of the Big Three season. I was enjoying my birthday, my 49th birthday to be exact. I was enjoying that, so I was on a cruise, so I didn't get the opportunity to see the first week, but I was able to watch week 2 and 3, and it was very entertaining. But there was one person in week 3 that caught my eye, and that's my man Royce White. Now, guys, I don't know if y'all know anything about Royce White, or for certain individuals of certain age, y'all may remember a few things about Royce White. Royce White used to play for Minnesota back in the days. I remember Royce White vehemently because uh, at the time, Tubby Smith was trying to recruit Royce White to the University of Kentucky. One of the reasons why he didn't want to come is because he would have to fly. And like I said, if y'all don't know anything about Royce White, he had a fear of flying. So he would drive everywhere. His grandfather would take him when they go on visits. They would drive. They wouldn't fly because he was afraid of flying. Uh, so he would drive. So that was really his biggest hangup because he couldn't drive everywhere, like on the games and all that. But Minnesota would accommodate him and do that for him. Now, let's turn to 2024. That's not a problem for him no more. Thank God it's not because, you know, he played in the NBA. He was drafted first round, 16th pick overall by the Houston Rockets. So he played probably about, I think, a total 6 seasons in the NBA. So he had to quickly get over that. Now, still in the NBA, he still had that fear of flying. That was still an issue, but he was able to work that out. But there's a couple reasons why I found this interesting. And like I said, I don't know if you've seen, if you was watching the game, or you seen the picture of him representing his political candidate that he wants to win president. As you can see, it says Trump 2024. Now, look, I'm all for promoting whatever candidates you are voting for or looking to vote for, or you affiliated with. I understand that. I was kind of surprised by this, but look, guys, I didn't see him in the week 2, so I didn't get to see what he wrote. But they said this ain't the first time. He's been doing this for the past 3 weeks, so this is that's his thing, and I'm all for it. But it's really not his political affiliation, because guess what, guys? In case you didn't know, he's running for Congress. Royce White is running for Congress of Minnesota. So in 2024, he's a U.S. Senate election. He's a candidate for the state of Minnesota. So congratulations to the brother. But that's not really why I wanted to do the video. That's the reason why I'm not even really talking about it. It just caught my attention, and it caught my attention because I seen he had it, tattooed on his head, Trump 2024. But there's some other things about Royce White a lot of people don't know about or really talk about. So, like I said, he is in the Big Three. He's been in the Big Three for, this is 5th season now. He was drafted first overall, matter of fact, in the Big Three in 2019. So he's been in the Big Three for 5 seasons. But the good thing about Royce, man, is Royce struggled with a lot of mental issues while he was in the NBA. So I know a lot of people may think Kevin Love was the first one to talk about his mental issues while he was in the NBA. He wasn't. And it wasn't any other candidate that talked about it. You know who the first one that I heard talk about mental issues in the NBA was? Royce White. He talked about that. He shared it. Matter of fact, he filed a lawsuit against the NBA for treatment for players who are dealing with mental illness in the NBA. He was a pioneer. He got the ball rolling. Now, that's the reason why I want to do this video. Mental health is very important. It is very important, especially amongst Black men. It's very important. I talk about it all the time. Whenever, I get on people's shows, they ask for final thoughts, I make sure I talk about, mental health. Whether you need to get on somebody's couch or somebody's Zoom meeting, get your mental right. I talk about that because that's important. I talk about that because I had to deal with that stuff when I was going through therapy for my marriage and going through therapy with my issues for my father. That's very important. Matter of fact, during me and my ex's divorce, they recommended, I can't even say recommended, they made it mandatory that my son get therapy. I thought that was a great idea. At first, I was a little leery. I'm like, why? Why does he need? But then I thought about it. And I remember how I felt when my parents got divorced. I remember that feeling of, is it my fault? Was it something that I said or did to cause my parents to get divorced? And of course, when everything's said, that is not. Just like it wasn't his fault, my son's fault. But we want to make sure that he doesn't feel that way. I think that's the reason. Now, I think he knew that it wasn't the reason. But please believe me, I shared with my son the reason why me and his mother no longer together. Because of some decisions that I made. Some selfish decisions that I made. But talking about this mental health thing, man, it's very important amongst Black men. So hopefully this video is able to be seen, shared, even go viral, hopefully. How important mental health is, especially men of color. It's very important with us. I know you have certain people who doesn't agree with it, who's not for it, and that's okay. Who am I to try to fight you over saying, hey, no, no, I'm not. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But hopefully, if you are dealing with something, hopefully you got some people around you. You can have a good, cordial, respectful, enlightening, eye-open type conversation with them individuals. Hopefully you have a group of men who can coach you up, help you out, or maybe just listen to get you back to where you need to be, where you feel like you're mentally in a good place. Hopefully you got that. If you choose not to see a therapist or a counselor or whatever your choice is, hopefully you got a circle of friends, or maybe a pastor, or maybe a parent. I don't know. I encourage every man to get some type of therapy. But if therapy is not your thing, hopefully you have somebody who can counsel you, mentor you, have a good conversation with you, or just somebody who will just willing to listen to you. Because it's very important. Fellas, at the end of the day, we only got one shot at this. And I won't see every Black man to do great. I won't see every Black man to be great. Whether it's in your marriage, in your careers, financially, whether it's being a parent, whether it's you being a mentor or a counselor or some type of person of importance, whatever that may be, I want to see every brother do great. I promise you I do. So at the end of the day, let me say this. Black man, please protect yourself at all times. Whether you got to get on somebody's couch or somebody's Zoom meeting, do what you have to do for your mental. Guys, go get a full physical. Get your A1C check. Get your blood work in order. Take care of yourself. We only get one shot at this thing. And a man of a certain age, such as myself, please, guys, be willing to go out there and get your prostate checked and go get a colonoscopy. Colon cancer is a motherfucker, man. I've seen what it does to you. I had family members who passed away because of it. So do what you got to do to take care of yourself. You only get one shot at this thing. Brothers, do what you got to do. Right on.